so that you are well versed with what is to be done in the project if you are taking up the topic of business environment. Fine. So again, putting up my email ID. Please check this. Email ID. You are, if you have any kind of a problem, you are going to please email me. Even you can even call us. Your teachers are not far away from you. If you have any problem, we are there for you, children. I keep on saying this every time, and I would like that the children, those who are facing problems, they should not sit and there should not be any hiccups. Don't think that the teachers are not approachable. Please do ask us, and we are there to help you out. Don't be afraid ever. Okay. uh, Now these I wanted to show one thing. Now these are the winners of the quiz which was being played in the last class. Aditi Gupta, Lakshay of 12C, Aditi Gupta of 12D, Yashika of 12C, Dhruv of 12D, Khushi Kelly 12C, Anshul 12D, Ishika 12F, and Bhavika 12F. There is no chronology as such. It's not first, second, third, fourth. Everybody had given me the message within a span of 1 minute. And 9 o'clock it has come. There might be a difference of seconds, and that is how they are being placed. And today, let me see how many of you are going to be active throughout the class. And are you able to answer? So we have these winners. I want to congratulate you all, children. Very well done. Okay, now quickly moving on, children. Let's start with the class. Want to revise a little bit. I wanted to tell you what is business environment. Put it in your brains very clearly. Business environment is, something which is outside the business organization. It is the sum total of the surroundings of the organization in which, and it is the environment in which the business is going to operate. A proper definition, if it is come, it has to come in this way. It is the sum total of individuals, institution, and other forces that are outside the control of a business enterprise, but that may affect its performance. We had given this example, and I think so by this, certain things are going to be clear, that these are the, this was the immediate or the direct areas where which is going to impact the business directly. And these are the general environment, general forces. And we had environment can be by one of the writers, it has been said in this way. And the features is there a problem of audio? Let's see. This is the features are, it comprises of specific and general forces, and then interrelatedness is there. It is dynamic, it is uncertain, there is complexities and relativity. When you say this, let's talk about what do you mean by totality? It was, business environment is the sum total of all things which are external to the business, and they are aggregative in nature. Total, sum total has to be there. That constitutes the, that constitutes directly कैसे करूं, कैसे करूं? specific and general forces. Uh, Specific forces are you people not able, it's not, hello? Yes? Okay. Children, I hope it is now, it's audible. Uh, Business environment comprises of specific and general forces. Specific forces which are going to have a direct impact, and general forces which are going to have indirect impact. So we said these are the types of specific forces. If the question comes, this is the specific forces, and these are the general forces. They are, so specific forces comprises of investors, customers, competitors, suppliers. General forces comprises of, so you see this, technology and fashion, they are going to change frequently. So it is so uncertain. It is also very complex. When you say this, it is complex. You see, it is very complex because it is made up of so many things, so many elements. So when you say this, you see the number of elements which are surrounding the firm, the organization. So what is going to happen is the demand of it is going to have an impact on the firm. So it has to study all. No, it is very, very difficult. So it's said that the elements have to be understood in parts and not in totality, but one by one, yes, business can handle it. Fine. Now, next was relativity, which meant that business environment is not going to be static or same everywhere. It is going to differ from country to country and from state to state. And the example was given that the demand of saris, it may be high in India, whereas it is almost nil in France. Then we had taken up the elements of business environment. Now, these were the elements which are very, very important. They are also known as dimensions or factors of business environment. Now, dimensions, they are also known as elements of factors. Now, what are they? They are the forces which are going to have a direct or indirect influence on the business. So, we had talked about these five factors, dimensions. They are economic environment, social environment, technological environment, political environment, and legal environment. We had then talked of economic environment. Now, remember, children, when you talk about dimensions, you have very nicely answered the quiz questions. You need to identify the various dimensions. So, when you take up any topic of business environment, if you're taking up, you have to study these various dimensions, and this is to be done in the form of SLET analysis or pestle analysis. Fine. So we are going to talk about economic environment. What is economic environment? Anything which is going to influence the productivity of a organization will be economic environment. So it is the economic factors which is going to impact the business. Economic factors are like inflation, tax rates, interest rates, unemployment, fiscal deficit, monetary policy, economic policies. When these words are coming, you mean that it is being talking about economic environment. So these are the examples we had given and we had portrayed through the pictures, that these inflation, tax, interest rates, unemployment, fiscal, economic, monetary policies, okay, these are all factors of economic environment. We have given the example and I have made you understand that if there is unemployment, people are not going to have money, they'll not be able to buy things. If they are not able to buy things, it is going to affect the business adversely. Similarly, if the interest rates are going to be high, the cost of the things is going to be high. And when the cost is going to be high, the people are not going to buy the things because the prices are going to rise. So business is again going to be adversely affected. If tax rate is going to increase, what is going to happen? If business is having more income, the more tax is going to be paid. With the result, and out of profit, it is going to be paid. So there is going to be cut in the profits. There's going to be reduction in the profits. Then we have also talked about the examples of economic environment. Children, the question might be asked directly that what are the, explain, write a short note on the dimensions of business environment. What are the factors which affect the business environment? So you should be able to write about these factors. So the words which we are giving you, which are the highlighted words, these are the examples, these are the factors which are going to influence the business. These are the economic factors. So these words should be there in your mind. It should be learned. Introduction of competitors, demand and fashion, prices of raw material, boom and depression. Yesterday I had explained you what is the meaning of boom and depression. Boom is when everything is rising. When prices are rising, the market is flourishing. That is a boom period. You are able to sell anything and everything in the market. Okay, and every product will be sold for that matter. That's boom period. And depression is when there is no money in the market. People are not ready to invest. People are not having money. And then inflation rate, okay, costly things are there, unemployment rate, interest rate, GDPs. When these words are going to come, it is economic environment. Fine. Then we had talked about social environment. We said social environment is something which is related to traditions and values and customs, actually the characteristics of the society. When it is talking about the society, that this is the change happening in the thought of the people. So when the people are changing their taste and preferences, that becomes a social environment, but increasing the demand of that particular product becomes an economic environment. So you should be able to understand. So for the business, when the productivity will increase because of the demand increasing, it becomes the economic environment. But when the taste of the people are changing, that becomes a part of social environment. So we had said, we have given you these examples, customs and tradition. If there is Diwali or Gurpurab, there is going to be a good amount of, selling of greeting cards, sweets, confectionaries, tailoring outlets, everything. The sale is going to be very, very high. So this is traditions, then is values. When you talk about values, when you talk about freedom, when you talk about equality of people, when you talk about integration of the country or the people coming together, that is again a social environment. Fine. So then we have talked about, these are the words which should be, when they are going to be there, you should be able to identify that it is part of social environment. Education system, literacy rate, consumption habits, expectations from the workforce, health consciousness of the consumers, and quality of life. Such words are going to be the part of social environment, right? And importance of women. Women are coming more, girls are doing better, boys are doing this, men are thinking of this, consuming habits, consumption habits of now the people has become, the habits have changed, their consumption habits have changed. Again, it's a social environment. Then we had talked about technological environment. We said technological means any new innovation, any new creativity which is going to come, which is going to improve your production, your productivity, whether it is new machines are coming, new methods of working is coming, new type of human resource development is taking place. Anything which is related to technology is coming. We say it is part of technological environment. Now, e-commerce is the word these days. Everything is being done on net. So if you see this, if typewriters have been replaced by computer, so it is technological environment. Ordinary camera is replaced by digital camera. It is technological environment. Fountain pens, ballpoint, gel pens, these are the changes which are taking place in technology, and these are all the examples of these words. If they are coming, they are examples of technological environment. We talked about political environment. We said that it is actually the ideology of the political parties or the type of the government, stability of the government, whether there is peace, so there is a government is stable, business is going to flourish, there is same government going on, single government, or they're talking about anything when the government is taking a decision for the public. I told you the difference between political and legal. If there is a bill which is coming and the people are discussing and the government is on discussions that this is going to happen, this we are going to do, this is to be done for the whole country, there is lockdown is going to be, it is going to be increased for 15 more days. This is a political dimension. And the business are adversely affected. Why? Because of the political decisions which are being taken. So you should be able to categorize very clearly that when you are doing a business and there is something coming related to the government, you are not able to do business because there is not peace, there is warlike situation. It means again there is a political dimension. I gave you the example of Kashmir, that if there is because there is a warlike situation or there is terrorism or whatever, and because of that people are not willing to go and do business there. So that's because of it's a political environment, because there is no peace. Fine. Then we had talked about these words. You have, if these words are there, it is actually depicting political environment. Fine. These words, if they are there. Then we have talked about this case study I gave you, that Coca-Cola had come into India in early year 70s. It had come, but it was made to leave by the government. They were, the ideology of the government was they never wanted MNCs into our country because they felt that after East India Company, there are the things have not been easy for our country. So they didn't want. They were very very conscious. So they did not let Coca-Cola company. Earlier government was very wide, they were very acceptive to MNCs, so they allowed them. The next government that came, it said no, no MNCs. They were removed from there. And again, when the liberalization near 1991, 1989, the government started welcoming MNCs and Coca-Cola came in. So this is all what it depicts, the thought process, ideology of the government. Then we have talked about legal environment. We said any kind of a laws, acts which are being passed by the government, and any kind of a rules which are being passed by the government, which is going to lead to penalties. If you violate that, you are going to be punished by law. So anything which becomes a law, that is going to be, and the business has to ensure that it works in the legal environment, that is, it should be lawful. It is taken into consideration all the acts like this Companies Act. So they should take all these things into consideration. Fine. So that is legal environment. This is what we had done, children. These were the words we had, you should keep in mind. And we had given you these, this was the test, small test. I was asking you the questions, and this was the self-check which I had asked. And very nicely, I was very astonished why 12th E has not participated, but later I came to know they were not having the contact, and now I think so they'll be able to be participative, and a good number is going to come from that section too. So C, D, F had done very well. Today we are going to talk about importance of business environment, why there is a need to study this chapter, why business environment is considered to be so important. Now just imagine, children, you are running a business and you are surrounded by so many things. What is happening is, when you're surrounded by so many things, which thing is going to impact the business? You don't know. So what are you going to do? If you are not going to retaliate to your environment, you are going to become outdated and obsolete. So you have to be dynamic enough and vigilant about the environment. So how it is going to help? It is going to help you. Now these words, they seem to be very complicated, but when you will understand the meaning, you will be able to grasp the point. identification of business opportunities and getting the first mover advantage, identifying threats and early warning signals, tapping useful resources, coping with rapid changes, assisting in planning and policy formulation, and helps in improving performance. Now, when we say this, children, let's see what is the first point. The first point is it helps the firm to identify opportunity and get the first mover advantage. Now, listen to this example carefully, which I am going to tell you. First, let me tell you what do you mean by opportunity. This word means anything positive, external trends, anything which is going to give advantage to the business, that is the opportunity. Fine. Now, I want to give you one example. Now, the example is, there was ambassadors and Fiats only in our country. So what was happening is the middle class number was increasing too much. It was too much. And nobody was able to identify the market of India because ambassador and Fiat, they were doing well in our country. Nobody realized the need, but finding the gap, that is very important. Now it was being realized by, Maruti that there is a middle class section in India and this market can be tapped. So what did they do? They introduced Maruti 800 into India, and with the result, it was able to capture the market totally. And once Maruti came and it earned profits like anything. And it is dynamic enough till date, it is making its mark. Now, if Maruti would not have identified it, ambassador and Fiat were going on. But when Maruti identified, after that, Hyundai and Daewoo, Daewoo Motors and Hyundai, they came to know that yes, India is an untapped market. But till the time they joined the Indian market, Maruti had made good amount of profits. Like the people, GST when it came, the people, those who were very much, they were not aware of what is GST. But the chartered accountants, those who were very aware that what is GST, they started studying it and in depth. They started telling people and taking training sessions and started earning till the time people were well versed. So always the person who identifies, I go back to the words, children, the firm which is going to identify the opportunity provided by the market first will take the first mover advantage. Are you getting it now? It helps the firm. So if Maruti people would have not realized that there is an opportunity in India, they would have not come with a new car, and with the result, they would not be able to make that profit. So anyone who will take the first move will take the first advantage. But what does opportunity means? Which is going to lead to profits. So you need to study the positive external trends that is going to help the firm to improve their performance. Now, explanation is that early identification of opportunities, if you are able to do, it helps an enterprise to be the first to exploit them. Otherwise, it will be exploited by competitors. If you will not take the advantage, who will take the advantage? The competitors. So please see this advantage. What is the first advantage? Always remember, it helps the firm to identify the opportunities and get the first mover advantage. I want to give you one more example. Now this is Duster, Renault Duster. They realized that this type of cars are required in the country, and they saw the market, the gap in the market, that this type of SUV type of cars are required in Indian market. So they launched that car in 2012, and Brezza and Creta. Now, Brezza was launched by Maruti and Creta was launched by Hyundai. Now, this was being done by the competitors. They also realized, it is the matter of few days and months. The company, but the company who is going to realize the importance first, identify the opportunity first, is going to be the leader or is going to enjoy the profits. So this is what is the advantage, that identification of the opportunities and getting the first mover advantage. What is the second advantage, second importance? It is not only opportunities, children, there are threats. If there is any threat, means there is any warning signal, anything which is going to come and stab your back, means competitors are going to come, they're coming. You have to be vigilant. Is there any warning coming my way? Is there any competitor coming into the market? So you need to tap this. You need to identify these threats. What are these threats? There's something which will hinder, that will reduce the performance, which is going to reduce the profitability of the company. So they help to identify the threats also. It will help you identify the opportunities, but it will also help you to identify the threats so that you can take a timely action. DSLR, cameras are doing very well, but Kodak and Canon, if they are realizing it in time, then only they'll be able to cope up. They're coping up. Otherwise, they'll be outdated. Okay, so they give you early warning signals. What? Business environment, if you study it, if you are well versed with it, you are knowing what is happening around you, your eyes, ears, and mind is open, you'll be able to identify the threats, something which is going to hinder the firm's performance. So it is environment awareness can help managers to identify various threats on time, and that helps them as an early warning signal. Immediately they will take action and they will be able to compete with the competitors before they are there in the market. Let's take an example. I've taken the example of More supermarket, which is there in India. Now there is, Walmart is coming into the market, and it is a very well-renowned name abroad, already there in Mumbai. Now, if More realizes that there is a warning signal or competitor Walmart coming into the market, what will More do? It will start improving upon its quality. It will start doing more aggressive advertising. It will start giving better services. It is going to work on quality. It is going to work on prices, reduced prices. Some kind of lucrative offers will be given by More supermarket. So what they can do and what they're doing, see this, what they are doing. Half price, buy one, get this free, sabko milega, 10 plus 10 cashback is there, Maha Bachchat is there, 25 rupees, 25 cashback, and India's first air-conditioned Thursday Mondays, all these things. What is this? Why has More resorted to this? Because it is vigilant and it knows there are many, many supermarkets coming. So how will they survive? They will be thrown out. They have to use something different. So coming off any kind of a competitor, if you come to know, that is, you are vigilant in studying your business environment, you'll be able to react properly. So what is the point, children? The point is, we talk of identifying threats and early warning signals. It is something which is going to hinder the firm's performance. That is the word meaning, threats. They might ask you, what do you mean by threats for a business? They are what? They're something which will hinder firm's performance. And what is going to happen? Environmental awareness can help managers to identify various threats on time and serve as early warning signals. Now, after this, the third one is tapping useful resources. Now, anyone who's going to read the book, you will never understand what this point means. Now, listen carefully, children. Environment studying is going to help you tap useful resources. What does that mean? We are getting everything, the business is getting everything from the environment. What? Men, material, machinery, money, finance, everything we are getting from the society. So we are getting all the resources from the society and we give back. What we do with these resources? We use men, we use material, we use money, machinery to produce the goods and then sell it into the market again back into the environment. When we do this, when we're doing this, remember, we are going to produce those things only which are going to be demanded by the market. But that is possible only when we know that where and what resources are going to be nicely tapped. So we are taking goods, we are taking the resources, the raw material. I have depicted through a diagram, tapping useful resources, converting the resources into output that the environment desires. We will be able to do only, we are going to give to the environment only when we know that what is being demanded. And how we will come to know that what is being demanded? If we know what is the demand of the environment. We know what is the taste. We know what is the lifestyle. We know what kind of a customer we are serving. So you will be able to tap the resource. And now see, I have diagrammatically I've said, in an organization, you see, we are using these resources like machinery, raw material, labor. Organization want all these resources. Now for what? Because it is going to use it to produce goods and services and pay taxes and all these things. For this, they need it. So what it is going to do is environment scanning helps to producers to collect in advance the required raw the changes in demand. So it helps the firm to tap useful resources. It helps in coping rapid changes. This everybody knows. Business environment is very dynamic. It keeps on changing. You see here how it has changed from Apple, how it has changed. See the font, the type of the phones which were there earlier in 2007 and how it has become in 2017. Now, rapid change in technology is going to, when dynamism is going to be there, what is going to happen? You know, there is going to be change in technology, the customer will become more demanding, people are not, brand loyalty is not there. Market conditions are very turbulent, they keep on the demand and supply, and there's are going to be boom and depression, they are going to be very turbulent, very violent, very dynamic, changing all the time, and global competition. These are the changes examples that what type of a change is taking place. Now, business organization, what it is supposed to do? It is supposed to understand and examine the environment and develop suitable course of action. Now, example I have taken up, I'm telling you orally, Aditya Birla Group, they realized at this point that there is less brand loyalty these days. People are not, they get fed up. They are not like our grandparents. If they're using Bata, they'll be using all their life Bata or Liberty. They are being committed. Brand loyalty is not there. You get bored. People are not there is no loyalties towards a particular brand. So this was realized by Aditya Birla Group. They came out with different brands but for the same product. They're producing shirts or the garments. Louis Phillips, Van Heusen, Ellen Sony, Peter England, these are all of Aditya Birla Group, but people don't know about it. So they know that if a person is going to leave Peter England, he will be coming to Louis Phillips, but the money is going to, ultimately it is going to Aditya Birla Group. So because of less brand loyalty, so what is there? Business understand it is able to, cope up with the changes. This change which is taking place, or these changes, all these changes, technology, any change. So people are, if the businesses are understanding the business environment, they'll be able to cope up with the rapid changes. It helps in, next point is, it helps in assisting planning and policy formulation. Now, what does this mean? It means that Environment is going to provide you with various things, opportunities also, and threats also. Now, what policy you are going to follow? Now, let me give you an example. If you know that the salaries, when they are going to increase, the central government declares that the salaries of the people are going to increase. You know, the salary is made up of, when there is an increase in a salary, there is two types of payment which is going to be made. And when this payment is going to be made, who is going to benefit out of it is automobile company and real estate companies. Now they know that there is some opportunity. So they will make their policy in that way. See the example. Sorry. Increase in salary. When there is increase in salary, there is two kind of payments which are going to be done to the workers. One is in the form of the arrears, and the other is monthly payment is going to increase. Arrears means some total of the time bound for which the salary has increased and that has not been paid. That becomes the arrears. In total, this is a bigger amount as compared to the pay the monthly paid people are getting. So what are the automobile company? They know that when the people are going to get arrears, they will be able to pay the down payment, which is the original payment, which is a bigger amount, and they will be able to pay the installments also monthly because now their salary has increased. Similarly, real estate people, they are also going to get the benefit. People are going to pay the down payment of some, say, few lakh rupees, and they'll be able to manage the installment also. So these people, when they will come to know that there is increase in salary of the central government employees or the state government employees, they'll start coming out with lucrative offers. You know, you're going to get it at a very easy installment or 0% schemes and this and that. They're going to come up and advertisement number is going to increase in your newspaper. So this is what? This is, they have made their policy in order to, because they know that now the sales will increase. Fine. So companies, they will be able to make the policies and planning because the government has declared something. A political dimension leading to a economical benefit. So it is, if you study your environment, you are very well versed about the news, what is going on around you. It will help you plan and make policies which will help the organization to grow. Better decisions will be taken. And your last point is, it helps in improving performance. Now, how it is going to help improve performance, children? Now, listen, these underlying points, please see. If the business continuously monitors their environment and according to the environment, they develop suitable course of action, they are going to improve their performance and they are going to succeed. I've taken up these points in a separately also, what you have to learn. A business is going to monitor its employment. What it is going to do, it is going to develop courses of action. It is going to improve their performance, and that is going to lead to success. Now, how? The example I've taken, I've not made the a slide for that. Now, you know, in social networking, when you are this Orkut and Facebook, they came into being and they started doing very well. Social networking was becoming very, very, it was coming in. People started, Facebook was having the most number of customers. Now, what came into being like a wave, which was ready to abolish Facebook, was giving a tough competition, that was WhatsApp. Now, when WhatsApp came, the Facebook graph started falling down. Now, what did Facebook do? Facebook saw it was monitoring its environment. It started seeing that the profits have started falling down because of WhatsApp. So what did it do? What did it do? It bought WhatsApp. It bought WhatsApp. Why? Because They started finding the course of action, what is to be done, and whatever cause they want at a very hefty amount they had watered. They need to, their present performance was they were doing very well Facebook, but the performance was moving down because of this. They were looking for a long-term growth. So see how they responded. So how did this happen? How they were able to improve their performance? Because they were very much there in the environment. They were monitoring it. So they thought of a course of action. They were able to improve their present performance, and of course, future also long-term growth is there. So businesses health, business environment, if you study it, it is going to help you in improving the performance. So here comes your, now we are going to start with the, because importance it is, it's a generally 5 marks question which comes. I am asking you the questions. Be ready, all of you. Here is your quiz. Ready? The children who are going to answer this in, I'm going to be put it there only for 1 or 2 minutes. 1 or 2 minutes. And then I have to tell you something about the project also. I'll be very happy if this time, it's 9:43 in my watch. Let me check how many of you are able to give the, and it should be correct answers, children. This time, when you are, the questions, life expectancy is one of the key elements that influence which environment. Smartphones are widely used in rail ticket booking, internet browsing, e-commerce, etc. Which element of business environment is referred here? Spot the odd one from the following: religion, customs, tradition, education system, judicial system. Stability and peace prevailing in a country are examples of what? There is a heavy demand for fast food restaurant in Delhi due to change in lifestyle of the people. Which environment? Name the element missing. Not missing, it is basically which is not correct. Which is not correct. Not missing, this is odd one out. Question number 6 is odd one out. Fine, children. And now I move on to the project. Now, these two things have to be done in your project, children. When you are making a business environment project, these are the two things which basically will comprise. You are going to do your starting pages, will let you know the ending pages, what you're supposed to do. But this is the crux, means this is the matter actually what we are looking forward to. You have to do a SWOT analysis. Let me tell you what is SWOT analysis, children. SWOT analysis means S stands for strengths, W stands for weaknesses, O stands for opportunities, and T stands for threats. When you talk about SWOT analysis, strengths and weaknesses are something which is there in the company, inside, internal factor here, strengths and weaknesses. But opportunities and threats are something which are outside the organization. Means they are going to face the threats, they are going to get the opportunity. Fine. So if you see this, strength of the companies, whether human resource is the strength, they are the positive characteristics of the company which are present within the company. Weaknesses are the internal weaknesses. Workforce is less skilled, shortage of raw material is there, because this is the inner thing which they are facing the problems. And then opportunities and threats, that what are the opportunities being provided by the government, by the environment, by the social environment. Okay, and depend upon the external factors or growth in demand, trade laws are becoming very lenient, something of that sort. Threats are something which will reduce your performance. So factors that could pose a risk, that is like low economic development is there, changing climatic condition that is impacting your, because you're into agriculture products, so that becomes your threats. Fine. So you are going to do a SWOT analysis of what? When you're going to take a business environment topic, children, you are going to talk about, when you're going to do SWOT analysis, you're going to talk about a particular company, an organization. Fine. You're going to talk about a business, any one business which is existing, and It might not be a business, it might be anything. It can be something related to child labor, it can be something related to improvement in women's status of women in the country, or the growth of newspaper, or the growth of television, or the growth of any. It can be anything which has seen the change. You can even talk about two tycoon wars. You can talk about Flipkart and Amazon. You can talk about Coca-Cola and Pepsi, these cola wars. So you can take up any topics in which there is businesses, they have to study their environment, and you talk about the SWOT analysis of the company, and you also talk about SLEPT analysis. This is also to be covered, in which you are going to cover these environments. Which are these environments, children? They are economic environment, political environment, technological, social, and legal. So you are going to study that in an organization, these factors, how they are going to have an impact. If there is any kind of a case studies you have done, that is also fine. Okay, so you are going to talk about these two things in your project. If certain things are not getting clear, if there is some kind of a any kind of a hitch, or you're feeling any kind of a confusion, and some questions are coming up, you can always ask us, so that we can pick it up in the next class, children. But make sure that your project, we will tell you when to start with your project. We told you, let us complete the things. You see which one is more interesting, which is going to make you learn more in life, because you are going to be the future businessmen or future managers. So you should see that whether you want to take up principles of management or business environment, it depends on you. So you see, you study these factors first, you study the chapters, and then you see which is the most interesting one, and then you pick up the particular topic. So these two things will be covered in, basically will be covered in your business environment project. What? The SWOT analysis. I hope it is clear. SWOT analysis means strength and weaknesses which are there within the organization, and opportunities and threats which the organization faces from outside. And then SLEPT analysis you are going to do, that how the organization has faced problem from social environment, or the taste preferences of the people change, or some kind of a law had come. So because of that, the company like Coca-Cola had faced the problem. Social analysis, because first there was people had this type of a taste and preferences. Now the fashion has changed. Or you talk about technological, earlier this thing was going on because that was the newest thing. Now it has changed to this. So you are, or political factors, government has come out with something different, something new. So this is what you're going to do. Fine. I'm very happy that these children, you are but there's one thing sad, that the children, they keep on leaving the class before winding up, and most important things are being declared in the end. I don't know why they don't attend the classes till the end. I would like to see the same number of participants till the end of the class, children, and that will be appreciated. So even though the number is appreciable, but then keep it up. And many children have sent me the answers. Let me see, check. And in the next class, we are going to declare the winners. Thank you so much, and God bless you all.